Hi, my name is Rania. I'm a senior security specialist operating from the Sydney Security Centre. From here, we keep a watchful eye for countries across the Pacific. One of the more complex countries that we cover is Papua New Guinea. The reason for the risk rating that is currently high is due to the prevalent risk of crime, social unrest, and natural disasters. Many clients there utilize our local partners for ground movement as well as for assistance during crisis. That's why it's important for us to do regular in-country checks. So earlier this year, my colleague and I, Eddy, went to Papua New Guinea to understand better the situation on the ground, as well as to vet roads, hotels, and secure transport.
Our trip started in the capital, Port Moresby, where risks of violent crime and social unrest are particularly acute. Earlier this year, Capitol Police went on strike, leading to citywide looting and rioting. Having assisted clients in that crisis, we knew that one of our main aims for this trip was to gather a local recounting of events and also to reinforce our network ahead of the next potential outbreak.
Following conversations with the local partners on the ground, we were able to better grasp the security environment on the ground in Port Moresby. That is the different trends of crime that we have witnessed over the years, as well as the deepening economic crisis, which all contribute to the high-risk environment of Papua New Guinea.
Our client base in Papua New Guinea extends far beyond the capital, Port Moresby. And in more rural sections of the country, our clients face a very different set of risks. To stay up to date on local conditions and the challenges those clients will face, my colleague Rania and I set out for one of the country's far remote outposts, Bougainville.
Bougainville is an autonomous region of Papua New Guinea whose government seeks to completely separate from the country. If that happens, they will become the newest country in the world. What's more is that recent developments also suggest that industrial activity lies on the horizon.
The region's challenges start with getting there. Rania and I immediately faced the ongoing fuel shortage, which has throttled domestic flights across the country. Cancellations and delays have become the norm under this tight rationing regime. I'm here in the autonomous region of Bougainville in Papua New Guinea, and I'm here in Buka, the capital and main entry point for most travelers. 130 kilometers south of us is the Panguna Mine, which is a focal point for this region politically, economically, and historically. It was at one point one of the world's largest yielding copper mines, and it was also the catalyst for a civil war that took place here in the 1980s and 90s. That mine has been closed ever since. However, it is set to reopen. Just this last month, an exploratory license was granted to assess the feasibility of a reopen and to remove the alluvial miners that have taken up residence in the pit. If that mine reopens, a lot of clients may find themselves visiting this region for the first time in nearly 3 decades. And they may be wondering, how does the risk here compare to mainland Papua New Guinea, especially in terms of criminality? What are the attitudes towards foreign business, which was an issue in the past? And what are some of the logistical challenges for operating in a region with such minimal infrastructure?
Options for ground movement and secure accommodation is quite limited across Bougainville. And on top of that, emergency services are quite slow to respond. On the other hand, the threat of the conflict has dissipated and violent crime is uncommon. During our time here in Bougainville, we've come to notice and have been told as well that crime rates in Bougainville are much lower than the ones we have seen in mainland PNG. The trends are also quite different. Most of it here is opportunistic and alcohol-fueled. High rates of unemployment also contribute to those rates.
After evaluating hotels and meeting with local partners, we've not only reaffirmed how we want to advise travelers who are due to go there, but also how we plan to assist those who may encounter issues.
If you're due to travel anywhere in Papua New Guinea, we advise for you to call the Assistance Center. Our team monitors the situation on the ground 24/7 and is able to provide a pre-travel security briefing or any specific advice based on your profile.